fish heads? Welcome to another fish head live stream. Hanging out by the fire here, just burning a couple of boxes. We had some boxes left over. We just got rid of those, but we're just going to be sitting here by the fire eating some oysters, guys. We had a delicious deal. Getting my chat set up here. Unbelievable deal today on some oysters, so we couldn't pass it up. We were supposed to go crappie fishing, but we decided to not go crappie fishing and get the oysters instead. So we're going to do crappie fishing tomorrow. John C. in the house. Vike in the house. Appreciate you guys coming in. Yeah, we had to do the oysters instead of crappie fishing. Just set it back by one day. We're all good. Justin in the house. Justin in the house. Two Justins in the house. What's up? Appreciate you guys coming in. Yeah, we're just hanging out here. I just burned a couple boxes. That's why the fire is like blazing right now. My leg is on fire over here. But that's okay. I'll be cold in a minute. It's going to be really cold tonight. I don't know if you guys can see that, but below freezing in Florida for like 5 days in a row now. It's incredible. But we got some delicious oysters. I'm going to bust those out here in a minute. Just hanging out by the fire. As soon as this paper fire goes away, I'll get the wood situated and we'll put another log on there, and then we'll just be hanging out by a real campfire. It is nice and warm by the fire, which is great. I almost want to just like put my hands over here, get nice and warm. Nice and warm by the fire. But yes, appreciate all you guys for coming in. Yeah, it's not like Michigan, it's Florida. But it's 32 degrees, not that much warmer. I used to live up north when I was younger. I lived in Connecticut when I was younger. There was some days we had like negative 20. We don't get those days here. 20 is actually like about as cold as it ever gets. 18, I think, was the coldest that we've seen it in the last few years. Justin, I'm going to go out for a crappie. As soon as I wake up in the morning, I'm going to try to get up kind of early, and I'm going to head out to the lake. I still have to do like filling up the boat trailer tires and stuff with air, things like that. But we'll probably get out there about like 9 o'clock. I've been doing a bunch of research. Lately on crappie fishing at Lake Talquin, and it seems like all I have to do is throw out some very light jigs and just troll on like setting 1 on my trolling motor and just cruise really slow between 10 and 15 feet of water. It seems like that's where it's about. The schools of fish are in there. I don't know. I haven't had much luck on Lake Talquin, but that's where the world record, the state record, not the world record, the state record black crappie of Florida was caught at the lake where we're going to go tomorrow. All right, I think I'm going to throw like 1 or 2 more pieces of wood on this fire, and then we're going to get that thing going. KC in the house. Oles in the house. Appreciate you guys coming in. Everybody, feel free to chat in the chat. I got a stick, pressure treated piece of wood. It's been going for like 2 years now. Look at this thing. It's half burnt all the way down. A good poker stick. Hopefully the chemicals are not in it. But that thing's like 2 years old now. Yes, hit the like button, everybody. Yeah, I'm going to throw some more wood on the fire, and then I'm going to bust out some of these oysters, guys. You guys have to see this oyster recipe that I do. Split the oyster, put the hot sauce and the horseradish in there, and it's the most amazing. Oysters on the half shell, it's one of my favorite things. But this recipe that I'm going to show you guys is unbelievably good. We're not cooking, KC, we're not cooking, we're eating it raw. But the fire is going to die if I don't put some more wood on it. So let me throw a couple more pieces of wood on there, and then we'll get these oysters out. All right, that should catch real good here in just a couple seconds. Jason in the house, appreciate you coming in from Texas. You guys are probably having some of the cold weather from Texas that we're having over here in Florida. Appreciate you coming in. I need to get some warmth from this fire. I'm hoping this fire really catches and starts giving off a lot of heat so that I can sit here and enjoy it the whole time. Because right now I'm a bit cold. Even with a jacket on, I'm a little bit too cold. Yeah, I know it's cold over there too. But cheers. What we're going to do here in a few minutes is bust open some of these big, beautiful oysters. And I'll show you my recipe for that. The blue crabs are probably pretty much over for the season. We're going to try it though. We have maybe like another few weeks before it really starts to get cold and the water is cold and everything. So we'll probably do like one more blue crab video. We haven't had good luck this year on blue crabs at all. We've only caught like 5 in the traps. We haven't really been fishing with like dip nets or the crab nets or anything, but don't tell anybody, but we got the boys crab nets for Christmas, so they're gonna love that. Come on, fire, get warm. Yep. You guys see this spot right here where the fire is? This was earlier today a pool. There was a pool here, an above ground pool. I'm going to post a short tomorrow so that you can see what happened between when there was a pool here and now that there's an actual fire pit here surrounded by bricks. I put a couple hours of effort into it and transformed this spot right here in our yard from a pool into a fire pit. It's actually pretty awesome. I'm pretty pleased about it. They do have a good life, John C. We all have a good life. We're happy with our lives. Thankfully, didn't always used to be like that, but we are blessed with what we have and what we've made it out of. Appreciate you, John C., for coming in. Oh, now the fire's catching. It's going to get warm here, I think. This is what we need. Move some sticks around, get the oxygen flowing in there. Yes, beer and fire is always a good combination. Small water charters, John in the house. Appreciate you coming in. Just hanging out by the fire. Check this out. We're going saltwater dinner tonight. We got some oysters. The reason I did not go fishing today, I realized the boats came in heavy or whatever happened, and the oysters were on sale, like way better than they are normally on sale. Very, very good price on the oysters. So I was like, I can't pass that up. I have to go get some oysters. So we got oysters, and we're going crappie fishing tomorrow. Not a fan of oysters? Oh man, I love them. I'm about to bust one open here and show you guys the secret recipe. Horseradish and hot sauce. I love it. I'm hoping that the fire gets warmer than it is because I am cold right now. It's like 32 degrees out. I don't have a very heavy jacket on. This sticks on the fire, and then I'll bust out one of these oysters and show you guys. John C., these ones are going to be unbelievably tender. We just got them. They just brought them to the seafood market down the street, and they put them on sale. I guess they got more than they needed. And we got them for a really good price, so I know they're going to be fresh and tender. A little hot sauce, a little horseradish. It's going to be amazing. But let me get a couple more sticks on here. I know I just said that. I'm going to get a couple more sticks on there. Get this fire warm so I can hang out here and eat these oysters with you guys. Sorry, John, if you're not a huge fan of the oysters, but that's what we got to eat tonight. Yes, I know, right? I moved down here from Connecticut. It's probably like almost this temperature in Connecticut right now. Maybe like 10 degrees colder, but still, what's 10 degrees? I'm putting a bunch of small sticks on the fire so we can try to get this blaze going. We need more fire. All right, that should catch and make a nice warm fire. I know the campfire eating videos are kind of boring, guys. Appreciate you for joining us. But tomorrow we're doing some crappie fishing. I'm going to go out to Lake Talquin, taking the boat out there tomorrow. I got to fill up the tires with air, make sure the boat is 100% ready to go. I got the batteries charging and everything. So we're going to go out to the lake tomorrow and try to catch some crappie. And then we'll do a catch and cook video. Should be pretty awesome as long as we can catch some. Yeah, John, I'm hopeful that the weather is going to warm up. Although not for crappie. The crappie love the cold weather. But if it warms up next week, I will not be upset about it. Yep. Get warm, get cool, get warm, get cool. It's Florida wintertime, and we're all the way up here in North Florida, like 6 minutes from Georgia. So we can't really hope for a nice, mild, warm winter all year. But it's okay. We still live in Florida. I wouldn't move to another state. Wouldn't do it. All right, time to try out these oysters, guys. Oh, they don't like the cold down there? Up here, the crappie turn on as soon as the water temperature gets like below 65 degrees. That's when the crappie turn on. So here's the recipe, guys. You take your oyster. This is always a bit of the iffy part right here. You got to find the knuckle. This one is actually a double oyster, so I'm not going to do it. There's one up here, and there's one down here. I'm going to do this after the live stream because that's too much work. Here we go. Got a nice single one. Actually, there is a little double one up here, but this is where the knuckle is. Got to stick the knife in the knuckle and turn it. And this is always the hard part. Try not to lose all the water, but we did that time. Only because I'm on camera. Then you've got your delicious oyster in there. Cut the muscle off. There we go. Set that down. What we do is I grabbed the baby food instead of the horseradish, guys. We're not going to put baby food on the oysters. Normally, that little jar would be horseradish, not baby food. We have a baby, guys. So there's a jar that looks exactly the same that has horseradish in it. But what we'll do for this one is just put some hot sauce on it. Good old Crystal hot sauce. Put some Crystal on there. Don't need a whole lot. And then you just slurp it up. It's so good. There you go. I'm kind of bummed that I didn't bring the horseradish out here because I grabbed a bottle of baby food instead of horseradish. Let's see what I actually got here. Apple, cinnamon, and granola baby food. It must have been like right next to where I put the horseradish, and it's the same jar. The same jar, almost. It's a little bit shorter than this. But I grabbed this one instead of the horseradish. But yeah, unbelievably good, guys. fantastic recipe. I know John said he's not a huge fan. Keith, my buddy Keith Crotenberg down in Miami. We need to go down to Miami soon. We will be down there eventually, Keith, and I'll let you know when we're coming. I know you can take us to a couple spots to catch some fish. But yeah, those oysters were delicious. I'm going to go ahead and call it for right now because the fire is keeping me warm. I'm going to finish my oysters. I'm going to go back inside and get a good night's sleep so we can do the crappie fishing in the morning, guys. But appreciate all of you for coming in. Keith, haven't talked to you forever, buddy. Heck yeah. Keith's going to be a moderator on our channel. There you go. All right, we got it. Joy-filled Jenny in the house. Appreciate you guys coming in. I am freezing. My fingers are starting to get numb. I'm going to get this fire blazing. I'm going to finish the rest of my oysters. And then you guys have to join me tomorrow because we're going crappie fishing at Lake Talquin. So thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow.